Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of The Wandering Turnip explores ridiculous, wonderful, strange, bizarre things that are for sale on Rightmove. And we are back in London, but this time we are down looking at flats. And I am after the cheapest flats for sale in London, but also the tiniest flats. So I have some absolute corkers for you today. You won't believe what I found, ranging from 200 grand to 300 grand. Most of them are absolutely trashed. A few of them have floor plans so small that I bet your bathroom is bigger than the entire flat. And there are some studios that, let's say, have revolutionized the way that you can live in a single room. Right, welcome to Hackney and to the first flat that we're going to go view. It's on for £250,000, so a lot of money. What are you thinking? What are you picturing when I say a £250,000 flat? Also, it says on it, there's a bit which says something like there was a police incident at this flat a couple of years back, which got me super intrigued. So we'll try delve into the history of this police incident as well. I believe it's the second floor. So here is the listing for this flat, and it's on for £250,000. Now here is the floor plan for it. So it ain't big. It ain't big at all. It's 48 square metres. Now, it's on a new 125-year lease. I will speak about leaseholds later on in the video because things may be changing. But also on this listing, it says this. Buyers are advised that there was a police incident at this property on the 22nd of April 2023. I'm so intrigued. Right, so let's get in and see if we can figure out what went on. So this is one of the flats that I'm showing you today that is going to auction. So stick around if you want to see what this actually sells for. It's on for £250,000, £250,000 this flat is on for. As you can see here, it does come part furnished. Now, you've probably heard of picture hooks before. Very useful thing for hanging things on the wall. This guy just used pegs. Just got a peg, hammered it in the wall, job done, and I like that. This guy was thinking outside the box. Now, the rest of the flat, as I say, just totally gross. Here's your kitchen, as I say, I'll just show you as well. That's the living room there, kitchen here, so it's all in one area. Now, there did appear to be some sort of goo. It was a gooey, webby substance on one of the cupboards that made me feel a bit queasy. Quick check of the walls to see if there's any more pegs. Get in there, 2 more. All these pegs do come with the flat. And there were also just nails hammered all over the place, over the walls, the doors. Whoever lived here clearly liked sticking sharp objects into things. And this got me thinking about this police incident that had taken place at the property. So I emailed the estate agent and he got back to me and he said, "Good afternoon, David. I have been advised by the seller's solicitor that the incident relates to a stabbing incident which was instigated by a tenant," and listen to this bit, "who is no longer in occupation." Well, thank fuck for that, because I'm currently in the flat. So knowing that we are momentarily safe, we can continue the tour and check out the bathroom where the lights didn't work, which I think was a good thing because it would probably just highlight more disgusting stuff to look at. This property does feature a wireless shower head that works via Bluetooth, and they're going to be very popular. Everyone's going to have them by the end of 2026. Into a cupboard, I'm guessing there's just going to be pegs in the wall here. And I am correct, pegs in the wall. What is he doing that for? What is the use? Someone give me some ideas. Lovely quote on the wall here. I really felt this. "I life to live, and I'm going to live it." Beautiful words. Beautiful words. Couldn't have put it better myself. Now into the final room, which would be the bedroom. You would have this as the bedroom. Good space. Are there any pegs in the wall? That's the important thing to look at. Of course there are. Look at that. Lovely peg in the wall, but also different kinds of pegs. Different kind of peg here. But yeah, the room's not in a great way. Ultimately, this flat just needs gutting. They have done this nice technique, and I've seen this done before. If you've got a hole in the wall, just stick an A4 sheet of paper over it. It works for a bit, anyway. It works for a bit. But in these modern times, if you want to live in London, you've got to be economical. You've got to think outside the box, like I said earlier. So yeah, £250,000 for this. Could you buy it? Would you buy it, or would you run a mile? What do you reckon he'll go for? Hang around till the end. That's on for £250,000. Isn't that absolutely insane that that's on for £250,000? But yeah, we'll find out at the end if someone does buy that. When it goes to auction, normally they do sell in London. Might go for more, who knows? Anyway, on we go. We've got more cheap flats and tiny flats to look at. This is just a quick advertisement for my unbelievable drone, the Hover Air Pro Max, which literally fits in my pocket, and I've been taking it everywhere with me on recent videos, and I'm just going to show you how easy it is to use. So I can be out filming, and within seconds this thing goes up, and once it's up it can be following me wherever I go. So I've been using this drone so much recently in my content, and I'm sure you'll all agree how great it's been to have that extra pair of eyes from the skies looking down at what we've been seeing. And I've been loving the manual feature, but the follow mode has been unbelievable. To have essentially a cameraman coming out with me as I've been filming, following my journeys. And I showed you at the start just how easy it is to get this thing up into the air. But using the manual flying mode as well, I've been able to get access to some unbelievable shots and just take my filming to the next level. I have flown this drone through forests, over islands, across rugged, windy moorland, and even out to sea, and I have never once lost trust in it. So if you're interested in these incredible drones, the Hover Air Pro Max, I'm going to link it all below. Go check them out. The quality as well, the picture quality is just next level. And then when you're done, you simply hold out your hand, and it's back. Absolute beast of a drone. Go check them out. So a lot of people out there have been saying that I am an absolutely useless estate agent and I have no idea what I'm talking about, and I say, how dare you? I spent years training under the finest estate agents in this country. Dave and Dave, estate agents of Balham, the absolute best of the best. Like a fine dining chef, I trained under them, honing my craft. Dave and Dave, they truly are the best. So you get all these beautiful houses on these lovely, well-maintained streets. And you're probably thinking, well, they're houses and they'll be worth a fortune. And you're absolutely right. They will be worth millions and millions and millions. But what London is full of, and what is on these streets and all around these fancy parts of London, this is Pimlico, but it's also in Kensington, Chelsea. What's the other expensive place? Covent Garden. You got these beautiful houses and big buildings, but people have turned one room into a studio flat and put it on sale for hundreds of thousands of pounds, and it is essentially a hotel room. So I'm going to show you some of them as well, because I found a few for sale, and you won't believe how small they are. A lot of them have got like the fold down beds that go back up. It's tiny. It's that kitchen is your bedroom, is your living room, is everything. So let's go look at some of these. These are the tiny ones I'm talking about. And if you want to live in the lovely, expensive central parts of London, this is probably what you can afford, or could nearly afford. Okay, so this is the kind of studio flat that I am talking about. Let's take a look at one of the listings. So this one is on for £250,000 in London, a great location, but yeah, 250 grand. This is what you get. It's 10 square meters. That's how big the space is. And you've got your little single bed there, and here's your living room and your cooker and your bathroom. It's all in one. This place is like a tiny hotel room. Not just any hotel room, a tiny one. Look, there's your bed, and next to it's the little fold-up table, and you can even see the cooker there. And it's on for £250,000. Now, I love these places. The bed setups are absolutely hilarious. Let me show you some more. So this is one that's on for £230,000, and that is what they've done. So you've got your living area downstairs, and then you've got this mezzanine where your bedroom is directly above everything you are doing. Let's have a look at the floor plan. So here we go. Here's the floor plan. Downstairs, you've got the living kitchen, then you've got the bed, and then you have the void, the empty void, which you can do nothing with. But I thought I'd show you inside a few of these places because I've been to view some, and honestly, some of the bed setups are incredible, utilising space in an incredible way. So I'll do a little montage because there's literally not enough space to spend much time in any of these places. So let's go have a look inside. So this is the first studio flat that I'm showing you today, and it's on for £265,000, and it's all in one room. That was your living room. This is your kitchen. You're probably thinking, where's my bed going to go? Where am I going to sleep? We've sorted that for you. We've popped a bed in the wall, and you can just fold it out and pop it back away when you're done. You never need to leave this room. This was on for a similar price as well, about $270, and the bed again just folded into that wardrobe. And when it's away, you literally would have no idea that there is a bed there. But this was my favourite. This place, studio flat, there's no bedroom, so they just popped a bunk bed over the living room, and that is where you will sleep. It's genius. All you need is a good pair of noise-cancelling headphones in case someone's in the living room watching TV, eating a kebab, and you are good to go. Yeah, that is your bedroom. That is where you'll be sleeping. The inventor of the rooms, why did he bother? So yeah, these very central London studio flats for less than £300,000. This is the kind of thing that you are looking at getting. What are your thoughts? So what do you think? Do you reckon you could sleep? Oh, sorry, not just sleep. I say sleep because you feel like you're in a hotel room with those really small ones, but you're not just sleeping there, you're living there in what is essentially a box room with everything at your immediate disposal. So we're down here in Balham now, down near the end of the Northern Line, and I've got two flats that I found that we're going to have a look at. I think they're both around £280,000. So as we search for it, I just thought I'd talk about prices in London in general. Now, Bloomberg reported 5 days ago that there has been the biggest drop in property prices in inner London since the financial crash of 2008. So the steepest drop has happened this year. I think it's like a 4% fall, which they've gone by, but that is the biggest for a long time. Now, the reasons they're saying is the market's never fully recovered from people wanting to get out of the city post-COVID or during COVID and then post-COVID as well. So this is the first flat that we're looking at in Balham. So I just got chatting to the lovely neighbour, absolutely lovely neighbour. We were chatting for ages. Very, very nice. If you buy this, you can have an absolutely lovely neighbour. But I thought it was up there, the flat that is for sale, but it's actually this one. It's this basement one down here. So I'll show you the listing as we wait for the agent, then we'll get inside and have a look around. Okay, here's the listing for this basement flat. It's 43 square meters. It's on for 300 grand. Let's have a look at some of the photos. It doesn't look great again, but best thing for us to do is, oh yeah, let's have a look at the lease as well. Yeah, the lease is 125 years as well. Let's get in and look round. Okay, so let's go into the £300,000 basement flat for sale in Balham. Now, this doesn't have any pegs in the walls. It does have a shotgun hole, but let's not worry about that. Let's reserve judgment for just a little bit longer as we march through the mess. Now, you've got a big living room or bedroom, I guess, as you come in on the left. It's dirty, but there isn't too much wrong with it, to be fair. The walls actually look sound, which is a big thing. It is just the floor in here that's absolutely minging. But let's keep going into the kitchen. Absolutely lovely kitchen here, very modern, all the latest appliances. This here, we part built this because we didn't know if you want to keep it or not, so we thought we'd build half and then just see if you want to keep it. If you're a non-smoker, I can get rid of the cigarette butt. Just drop me an email and we'll have that gone by the time that you move in. But let's keep going round the flat. You've got a cupboard. Nice cupboard here, lovely. Oh, another bedroom, I guess. You could easily sublet that for 600 to 650 PCM in this area. That's per calendar month. Now, into the bathroom, and I turn the light on, and they always reveal bad things, these lights in these bathrooms. Now, that wall there, it looks like crumbling plaster, but that is in fact spores growing from the damp that is on the walls. Now, I've seen this before, and when you see this, you know it needs to be addressed very quickly. Once the damp penetrates into the structure of the building, you are basically fucked. Now, into the final room, which, yeah, would be another bedroom. I guess that's what this room would be for. And the floor, god damn, it was so sticky. One of the stickiest floors I have ever walked on, and I went to the Acapulco nightclub in Halifax. Load of black mould all around the window, which does not look good as well. But yeah, that is the flat essentially. £300,000 for all of this. Let me know your thoughts. So there we go, flat one in Balham. Just walking to the next one now. So that was on for 295. These will, well, a few of these will go to auction that I'm looking at, so stick around if you want to find out what they actually sell for. So I said I'd talk about what's happening with leaseholds, because things are changing if you own a leasehold property. And there's some good stuff coming in. So ground rent will be capped. So it's going to be capped at £250 a year, and after 40 years, it will be cut to peppercorn. So nothing is paid, which is good. Now, this is the big one, though. New leasehold flats will be banned from being sold. So they will all be as common hold, meaning that you own the ground that your flat is built on. So technically, it means you own your flat outright. But they are saying it will also be easy for existing leaseholders to get the right to switch to common hold, which I think will be fascinating if they start doing that. Who knows if they will actually manage that, but if they do start doing that, that's also a great thing. So ultimately, this video is about space, isn't it? It's about what people will pay for small amounts of space. And we are seeing some absolutely incredible examples of that in London today. But I'm down here, I'm staying overnight here in London, and you're probably thinking, Wandering Turnip, you're such a fucking baller. I bet you're not staying somewhere small like these apartments that you're showing us. I bet you're staying somewhere class. Well, let me show you, staying on the theme of ludicrously small things for sale in London. Let's go see my hotel. So this is where my hotel room is, in Piccadilly Gardens, one of the most expensive places to stay in the United Kingdom, and yet I got a room for £40. How did I do it? Well, let me go show you. And I'd seen pictures of this place, but even I was shocked at how dystopian and strange it felt, with these endless corridors and little cocoons, they call them, stretching not only along the ground floor, but also 2 floors up, 3 floors up, stacking on top of each other, just with these little shutter doors. And look, there's one here that's open, so you'll see what I mean. But this is where you sleep, on a single bed, lit by a little light, with people above you and on every side. And this is my room, the great big reveal. Wow. Right, let's get in. Let me show you around. So yeah, as I said, this costs £40, and it is in Piccadilly Gardens. That's where my neighbour will be sleeping. So I'll shut the shutters and give you a full tour of inside. It's very tight. You've got 2 coat hooks where you can hang your stuff up, a few plug sockets and a light dimmer over here, and that's about it. So what do you think of this place? They call it a capsule. It's kind of like a coffin. A big coffin with a shutter door. It's like a mini storage unit that you're allowed to sleep in with a mattress. There's your roller shutter. There's all my stuff. You got your mirror there. Bit of aircon. I mean, for 40 quid, can you complain? I was going to say, you can't complain. I don't know, I think I'll be alright. It's got a little bit of a mood lighting. Might be using that later. It's just me, I won't be using that. So it's not a flat, but it does have to be the smallest hotel room in London. You know what though, I once slept under a bush in a B&M Bargains car park for a video, so I reckon I'll be absolutely fine. Alright, so we've made it to the second flat in Balham, south of the river. Look at that, you've got a lovely bit of greenery in front of you. And the flat is over here. So it's that one there. Actually, I'll show you the listing now while we try and cross this busy road. You are on a busy road. Okay, so here's the listing for this place that is on for 265,000, and it's 49 square meters, so it's the biggest of the day. And look at that floor plan. It's absolutely bonkers. Let's have a look at some photos. I mean, the photos don't look great. The bathroom looks all right, probably the best of the day. Let's have a look. It's on a new lease as well for 125 years. We spoke about them before. Let's get in. So I was super intrigued to see this flat because I really liked the look of the floor plan. It looked like a maze. It was all over the place. So I was keen to see how it all worked. And coming into the hallway, I guess you call it, it was bad. I'll be honest. It was pretty bad. Expectations had been let down immediately. But because they'd been let down, I thought maybe they could only improve. And I mean, there's a lot of damp up there. That's got to be coming from above. So you should be really calling your neighbour upstairs and they'll sort that for you. It's not on me, that. Now, into the kitchen, and we've got another beautiful kitchen here. We call this a 90s kitchen because I think it was built in the 90s and it's had no work done to it since then. So what you see as mess, I actually see as potential, and it's about flipping that state of mind from the negative to the positive. And me being blessed with an architect's imagination, I can really see what could be done done here. This could be a lovely kitchen for a small family, a single person, a couple, or literally anyone. I will sell it to absolutely anyone for an expensive price. Now let's get through to the bathroom, and I've seen a lot of bathrooms today and they've all been unpleasant, and this one's still not great, but it's definitely the most pleasant of the day. Now there does seem to be some structural work up there. I'd just say ignore it. I'd just say until it literally falls, just ignore it. It's not going to cause too many problems. Now on we go round the rest of the flat, and there's these long corridors, which, as I say, I really liked, and weird shaped rooms. Look at this. Look, I don't even know what you call it. How many sides does it have? It got like maybe 8 sides. Is that octagon? We'll go with octagon. But yeah, it's a very interesting room. I guess it'd be a bedroom or a living room, depending on who takes it on, but not too many problems in here at all. This, I think, is definitely the flat of the day. I like it. So if this room's okay, it's definitely going to take the crown as flat of the day. And the floors are sound. The walls are fine in here. It's another good sized room. Loads of light coming into this flat. Storage over there. Yeah, this is, for me anyway, the flat of the day. Let me know your thoughts. What do you reckon? So it's time to leave my tiny little weird sleeping pod. Time to leave London and head over to the auction site and see if any of those actually sold at auction. So the first flat did sell. This was the one with the pegs in the walls. This was the one where the stabbing took place, and this sold for £270,000, which was 20 grand over the asking price. So the next flat at auction was the one with the very sticky floors, the one which had all that black mold around the window, which was on for 300 grand. Now I followed the auction and this was strange. So the last bid came in at £324,000 just before it finished, and then the listing disappeared and it didn't say if it sold or not. So I reckon either the seller was not happy with that price and went, no, I don't want it to sell at that price, or they got a private offer in just at the last minute and they did it through that. And again, the same thing happened with the ludicrously laid out floor plan flat. Try saying that. Now this also went to auction and the last bid came in at £292,500, and then the listing just disappeared and it didn't say sold or not. So maybe it did sell at that, or maybe something weird happened and they didn't want it to sell at that. But yeah, those are the auction ones. Or maybe you're interested in a teeny tiny studio flat in London, like these ones that I showed you earlier, and I highly recommend going on Rightmove and just searching for some of these, because £250,000 for this studio that is essentially a cabin in like a ship or something, 10 square metres, £250,000 for that. Insane. Right, until next time, bye-bye.